Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. I saw you getting ready there. I was like, okay, stretch, stretch, stretch.
Yeah.
But really appreciate you jumping on and taking a few minutes to chat with me.
Yeah, no, thank you. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So how's everything going for you?
Yeah, it's going really well, thank you. A lot of songwriting going on. I've been trying to write as many songs as possible, really. A lot of inspiration hits and then inspiration just disappears. So, yeah, been a bit crazy, but
Nice. Trying to take advantage of the inspiration while you have it.
yeah, exactly right.
Nice, nice, nice. So doing a lot of writing. Are you also recording now too, or where are you kind of at there?
Not recording yet, but definitely will be very, very soon. I'm hoping to release some songs by the start of next year,
Okay.
but get recorded by the end of this year, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Nice, nice, nice. And so you've had a really busy 2023. I've seen you posting on Instagram, going all over the place, and that's been really cool to see. We had our first podcast earlier this year when you dropped. I saw Red. I
Yeah.
want to say.
Yeah,
Uh, so it's been really cool to kind of watch you grow and block. Just kind of do all the things that a young musician does. It's been really cool to watch.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a bit crazy, and like to think that, like you said, I saw Red was the first, or like the time that I've been on here with you, and now
Yeah,
it pretty much been a full year actually, if you
yeah,
think. Yeah,
yeah. It's really cool to kind of watch. And then we were supposed to, I was supposed to meet you in, was it Portsmouth for on the
yeah,
country on the coast or whatever. And then that didn't quite happen, but there's always next year.
yeah, 100%.
So, so how are the gigs going right now? How often are you playing for the rest of the year?
I've got this gig lined up where I'm doing it monthly. So I
Hmm.
did it last month. I'm doing it this month, and I'll be doing it in December. It's a honky tonk kind of gig,
Mm-hmm.
which is really good. So it's like a brunch kind of thing. So I'm doing
Okay.
that. And then I was a supporting act for someone 2 weeks ago now, I think it was.
Nice.
Um, at a place called Bedford Esquires, which went really, really well. And then a few private functions here and there. But it starts to slow down for me kind of this time of year, especially as like my kind of music and my kind of vibe is like festival season. So yeah, it definitely starts to slow down around here, but still quite a few gigs, which is good.
Yeah, that's always good. Staying busy is the best way to go.
Yeah,
And then I mean, even now that you're not playing gigs as much as you'd like to or want to, you're still writing and hopefully and getting into the studio as you can and releasing
yeah,
music. So yeah.
yeah, exactly. It gives me time to kind of focus on my creative side of writing and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. So you've been releasing a lot of singles and you said you've been writing a lot. Is the hope to work towards like a full length project, or do you kind of see yourself staying in singles right now?
I'm working towards a full length project. I'm really hoping to release an album of some sort. Um, it's just about trying to figure out what I want the album to be, and like
Hmm.
what I want, if I want all the songs to be like different or similar,
Hmm.
all the kind of technicalities. But at the minute, I'm just writing songs, putting them all down on my phone, and then I'm gonna go through them and think, which ones should be maybe added into an album, which ones maybe hold off. But I definitely want some more upbeat party country
Hmm.
ones that you can play at a party and get the crowd going a bit more.
For,
But then I also saying that I've also actually written a song last night. This is so random, and um, I I really love it. It's kind of more deep and it's kind of more into me as a person.
yeah.
And it's proper songwriting for me, like it's a literal story. So I'm really excited to share that with everyone. I think that will go down quite a treat. I'm hoping so anyway. But yeah, definitely I'm hoping for an album by next year at some point, fingers crossed.
Nice, nice. When you go into obviously songwriting in general is a can be a very lengthy process. Sometimes it just comes together really quick. Like, you mentioned you wrote a song last night,
Yeah.
but what's kind of your approach when it comes to writing music? Do you find yourself being able to say, okay, I've got time today to go write, or are you just very spontaneous? Because I feel like you'd be a very spontaneous person.
Yeah, I'm very much spontaneous. It's very hard when someone says to me, right, can you go and write a song? And I'm like, oh, it doesn't, like, for me, it doesn't work like that. Like,
Yeah.
I can't just like write a song. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I don't like how it turns out. Every time that I've tried to sit down and have a proper songwriting session where, you know, you like brainstorm all these words, I don't like the final product that comes out. And it's not how I work.
Mm.
So I'm definitely more spontaneous. Everyone's been telling me lately, come on, you need to write some more songs. And I'm like, the more you tell me that I need to write it, the less inspiration I get. It's so weird. And then last night I was laying in my bed, and Noah Khan, who is like doing folk music, who's like absolutely brilliant. I love him. He did his song Northern Attitude. He did it with Hosier. And I was listening to it and I thought, oh, like, I would love to write a song like Noah Khan. Like his lyrics are literally phenomenal, and the type of music he's doing is just beautiful. And then I went on YouTube, I searched up a few beats, and then I just kind of sat there and I proper like got in my mind space, proper like kind of thought real hard. And then I thought of this topic. I'm not going to give too much away. And then I was, you know what, I'm going to write about that, because my whole life I've been told about this topic. And you know, I think it will be a good thing to write about, because I think a lot of people will be able to relate. So yeah, I think songwriting for me is definitely more of a spontaneous thing, 100%.
Nice. That's cool. I think as you kind of grow and, you get into the business a little bit more and you find that spontaneity is cool and it's great, you'll kind of learn how to channel that spontaneity with knowing, okay, if I put myself in this frame of mind, or if I listen to this and put yourself in different situations to kind of spark that creativity.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of when you just hit your ultimate form of knowing how and when to turn it on and off. Like, it's like, okay, I haven't done anything in a while. I need to bang out some writing right now. And you just kind of know how to do it, know how to put yourself in the right frame of mind. And you kind of use that spontaneity to your advantage. I think that's kind of like the ultimate form for a musician. So
yeah, 100%. I agree.
yeah. So as you kind of, you mentioned that you got a residency once a month, but you're kind of gearing down here as far as like playing and whatnot for the rest of the year, which I guess that's pretty common across all musicians, because as we approach Christmas and all the holidays and stuff, unless you're doing a bunch of Christmas covers, there's really not much left out there for you.
Yeah.
So, as you're kind of doing that, what are you looking forward to for the rest of the year? Like, what's keeping you motivated right now?
Definitely the songwriting really keeping me motivated, like 100%. Just that feeling of like, I just want to release. If I could right now, I'd just release everything that I've got. It's just that feeling of waiting, like, oh, I know that my supporters are going to love this. I know that the people who are helping me are going to love this song. So kind of that feeling is helping me right now. And I guess doing these little gigs, you know, if I weren't doing a gig for a while, I feel I kind of it's hard to get back up on the horse again. But because I am doing like a gig once a month, then I'm still kind of in the motions. Get what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% get what you mean. And it's that's you, I'm trying to think how I want to word this one. You brought up that you kind of get yourself in it and the emotions come up. That's I think that is probably a good feeling to have. Just kind of knowing that you still feel. I don't want to say knowing that you still feel emotions lets you know that
Yeah.
you're still human, because that
Yeah.
sounds really weird. But anyways, I'll move on. But the one thing I did want to talk about, because we haven't talked since Country on the Coast. How did that festival turn out? How did it go there?
It went really, really well. Like I made front cover of the Portsmouth
Nice.
newspaper,
Uh-huh.
which was really, really good. So I absolutely loved it. It was phenomenal. The crowd loved it.
Nice.
Had a guitarist as well for this gig, which was really, really lovely.
Nice.
So yeah, no, it just went so well, and I can't believe that I made front cover of the Portsmouth newspaper, to be honest. And everyone was kind of ranting and raving about it for a good couple weeks. So the aftermath was really, really good. Like, although the gig went so well, the aftermath was so good because people were still talking about it and sharing about it.
Yeah. So did you pick up some extra gigs in Portsmouth afterwards, or?
I picked up 2, but they weren't in Portsmouth. They were just people that come to watch me.
Uh-huh.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Fair enough. That's cool. That's really cool. And then, so outside of music, what have you been up to? What are you doing outside of music just to kind of decompress from everything if you never need to do that?
Well, I have 2 separate jobs as well. So I'm also a barista, which is pretty cool. And then I'm also I'm doing beauty as well, so like nails and stuff, which is really therapeutic, with like facials and, you know, kind of the salon vibe. So that is keeping me, you know, busy outside of music, and like my social media as well. Like, I love going live. I love, you know, just talking to people on social media. So
For sure. Social media is that's turning into a nice little business in and of itself. It's I just realized that Facebook is starting to pay out like dividends for posting on Facebook on like a professional page, so like a musician's page or whatever.
yeah.
And it's like I got an email the other day saying, "Hey, we're gonna send you this check for, you know, like a couple bucks, whatever it was." And I'm like, "Oh,
Okay.
Facebook's actually paying out? Okay, maybe I need to start posting more on
Yeah,
Facebook then."
literally, that's what I think as well.
It's like, oh, if the little bit that I post wheeled me or gave me a couple of bucks, imagine if I actually tried to post on there.
Yeah,
So
I posted a lot more.
right. But you know, it's social media is really starting to turn my opinion around a little bit, especially now that they're doing a little profit sharing.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
Yeah. But really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and chat with me a little bit. If anybody wants to check out your music, show any upcoming shows, just interact with you on social. Where's
The best place is probably for social media and contacting me. It's definitely Instagram, so Olivia Lynn official. And then my music is on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, all under Olivia Lynn.
awesome? Awesome. Well, thank you so much for jumping on here. Really appreciate you taking the time. Enjoy the rest of your day. I don't know if you got to go to work or what have you, but
Okay.
awesome. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and chat with us. And anybody that's watching would be interested in donating to the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. They're over there somewhere. There's a QR code. Olivia Lynn, really appreciate you. We're going to do a little switcheroo here, and we'll be back here in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.